Okay. Let's talk about a couple of strikers that could be coming to Sheffield Wednesday. Okay, we're going to start with, oh my God, 6'9"?
He's the tallest player in Britain.
Is he the tallest man in Britain?
Yep, 6'9" and he's 20.
Right, so this is from Examiner Live. Quote, Solihull Moors striker Kyle HUDLIN is the latest player to be linked with the Owls, standing 6'9" tall. The 20-year-old is the tallest outfield pro player in Britain. End quote. There's going to be competition for him, though, mate, because I've also read that we're battling with Barnsley and Huddersfield for it. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Barnsley are a better proposition than Sheffield Wednesday at the minute, sadly.
But one of the big ones is Shan, who was the manager there at one point, with big mates with Dan Moore, because he was going to be looking at being part of the coaching staff at one point, we thought. And he was his manager at one point, so we might have a kind of a help there. More going, hey, mate, can you get in your car and drive him to the ground and stuff?
I've just got to say with this one, I knew you eat your heart out. 6'6". 6'9".
I will say something.
6'9".
But I will say something. People give him abuse like Atty got. Good luck when he comes up to you and says, "You what?"
Right. You are allowed in football to score with everything but your arms.
Yeah.
You can score with like your collarbone, your stomach, everything except your arms.
Yeah.
We put a cross in from a corner with a 6'9" bloke. Just aim it at him. If it hits literally 98% of his mass and it goes in, that's a goal.
No, Dex. I want to see the team line up with him next to Barry Bannon.
Sorry, Barry. Oh, God, can you imagine? I think, I'm not going to lie, I'd love to see this happen. Because don't care if he's unproven. I don't even care if he's a good striker. He's 6'9" and he plays professional football.
Yeah, but you remember when Atty had the shirts underneath thing and people thought the shirts didn't fit him? What the hell could happen with him if we get shirts that actually don't fit him?
Just stitch two together.
It's going to be a crop top.
Yeah. I think...
I'd like to see this happen.
We need a plan B.
Yeah.
I've said this for a long time, and I said it since New Year left. We need a plan B. And we haven't had a plan B, funnily enough, since our 6'6" striker left. Part of me is still like, we know Atty Nuhiu can play, and he's good with his feet. I don't know enough about this guy to know if he's good technically, if he's actually... The thing for Atty, he was very, very good with his feet for a big man. This guy, 6'9", I don't know how good with his feet he is, but these kind of guys are more of should we say, an aerial presence in terms of being strikers.
Someone on Twitter, when I did the video about this, got in touch with me and said, great guy, strong, good with his feet, also, but so slow. That's the only issue. But
then again, he might be
Atty
slow.
Wasn't
but if he's
fast.
6'9", can't he just take bigger strides? And he might look slow, but...
But the only issue we've got with a 6'9" striker, remember how many times Atty actually got punished when he didn't do anything? What is a 6'9" striker going to have?
Right, no, you're forgetting. This is League One. Did you watch the playoffs? You could literally commit GBH and get away with it.
This is why Sam Hutchinson's going to love League One.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. I watched the league. I think it was the League Two playoffs. They were even worse.
Oh God!
I was like, "That's a red in the Prem," and he was just like, "Get up!" I loved it.
No, I'd like to see it happen if we can get something done.
Yep. Another one.
It's thinking outside the box, isn't it?
I think definitely. And it'll be above the net and outside the stadium in some League One grounds. 6'9". But yeah, let's see what happens with Kyle. It'd be interesting to see.
Kyle, can you get the ball? It's on that stand.
He would be over the nets, wouldn't he? He'd be over the nets. There's more of he could get a concussion just by walking up to the keeper and not looking ahead of him. He'd go straight into them. Right.
Anyway, let's go to the next one.
The next one is Joe Pigott, I think you say it. This is how you say it, I think. We didn't talk about this when it was... Because I've looked back on this, and this was linked in the Mirror back in April, right? That we have interest in AFC Wimbledon striker
We were a little bit busy in April, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, there was a lot to talk about, but it's been all over social media, and there's the Star and the Examiner have recently done speculation pieces as well, and he's been in both of those. Thought it's about time we talk about him because we never spoke about him at the time. We do have competition from Forest, but I've done some digging. I've looked at his statistics, all of that. Statistics don't make a player, by the way. We've got to see a player. I've not watched enough of this Joe guy. I'm going off his statistics. I've watched a few of his highlights, but not as informed as I'd like to be. Usually, like I was with Jeffcott, that sort of thing. But his stats do look decent if you look at his averages, and a lot of people will just go off of that. So this season, 20 goals, 5 assists. That's why it's exciting. 45 matches played, 25 goal involvements. This is League One as well. This is the league we're going into. You're talking about proven players in that league. That's it. The things that slightly worry me, the thing that slightly worries me is that last season he had 7 goals and 2 assists in 34 appearances. Right. Because that seemed like a dip season because I went back further and looked the season before where he played 40, scored 15 and 3 assists. So last season was a little bit more of a downward turn for him. But the 20 goals is encouraging because it's almost like, but he could have a dip next season with us. But for me, I think this would be a great one to do on a free. I'm worried about the Forest link, but he averages.
He's also 27.
Yeah, he's 27, prime of his career. If you're thinking about consistency now, he's just scored 27 going into the prime of his career. He's averaging, I took it over those 3 seasons, right? And over those 3 seasons, he's averaged just under a goal every 2 matches. Which is not bad which is not a bad return for the amount of matches he played there over 3 seasons. Oh. So I feel like this could be one that we go for. What would you feel about that?
I'd like to do a deal if we can get something done. It would be another free agent. It's this whole thing where I think a lot of clubs are going to be looking at players like this who could do a job higher up. And if you get a chance to like improve the money you're on from League One to Championship, so if Forest are interested, that will worry me. Kind of thing, because we're going to struggle when we go to compete with certain clubs that now being League One.
I've got to talk about my FIFA lovers as well because they always like me mentioning this. Where FIFA is a 64 bronze. He got demoted from a silver, 65 silver from FIFA 20. We'll see what happens in FIFA 22 when he's in the Wednesday kit. Hopefully, no, he's going to Forest probably. But I would like to see somebody who knows the league. It'd make more sense for him to come to us than Forest though, because he might want to step up. But why not just be in the league, fire yourself out of the league? Because like even if you look at like Gary Medina at Blackpool now, he can still find goals in that league. If you
no one link up with Gary Medina.
I can't be arsed. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But there is certain players that can find goals in certain leagues, and I think we need one that can bag them in League One, which is why I'm sort of going for the Pigott and the. It might be Pigott, but I've said Pigott just in case it's not actually his name, and I'm using Pigott.
I'm just calling him Joe.
Okay. And we need that. We need him, or we need Jeffcott. We need somebody who knows how to find the goal in that league. That's the mistake you make.
Or the person from League 2 who's ready for that step up.
I mean, you know, when we're talking about a Marriott loan, loan would have been better next season because he won the Golden Boot in League One. You know, you want people who know the league, but you do need some people that know the league, but I think that can't be your overall look, right? Yeah. Your overall look has got to be looking towards the future, but you do need a few players that come in and do know how to do it in that league, because if you plan too much for the future, you forget where you are now, and that's how you fall again.